Hello and welcome, this is Gremlins, and welcome to part 1 of Let's Play Banjo Kazooie. Let's get right to it. Now what we have here is an exchange between Bottles and Banjo and Kazooie. While the barbs between Bottles and Kazooie are pretty funny, it's not really all that necessary to read it, so I'm speeding it up. They're just recapping the plot for you. The game likes to spoon feed you in the beginning, like, really badly. But here's where the important part goes. At the beginning you get a choice of whether you want training or whether you just want the moves and just skip it. In this case, we're gonna skip it because having Bottles read every move to you is really time consuming and it's not very entertaining to watch. So he's just gonna give us the moves and he's telling us to meet him at the top of Spiral Mountain. As you can tell, right here, we can jump higher than we did at the beginning of the video. And I'm going to demonstrate another move. If you crouch and then jump, I mean, because we're talking different versions here between the Xbox Live Arcade and the Nintendo 64, you can do a backflip. In this case, it gives us an extra life. And I'm sorry, that's just one of the cutest sounds. This game is freaking cute and adorable. And right about here, usually the enemies would not appear until after you've done your training, like the combat training. And that molehill you saw earlier was how to control the camera. You just move the analog stick, or the C buttons, if you're using the N64 controller. And here was the moving demonstration, and we just collected an extra honeycomb. And as they're saying, collect 6 of us. There's really not much for me to explain it. Like, the game pretty much explains for us. But yeah, all those little molehills will teach you different moves. This one will teach you swimming, so let's go and try that out now. Part of the reason why this is not really entertaining is that you do this throughout the entire freaking game. And if you're familiar with platformers, it's not really all that challenging. But the reason why we are still running around is because we want these extra honeycomb pieces, because it counts towards an achievement in the Xbox Live Arcade, and it also it's something that's tracked for all you completionists out there like myself. And speaking of an extra honeycomb, I think I saw another one on this closed platform right over there. And what? Fuck. Maybe I did need the training. I fucked up a simple jump. Come on. Yeah, when you're swimming, it's usually better to either duck underwater or just... Come on, carrot, die. There. So, back to what I was doing. Where was I? Right. That thing. And if you can make the jump behind the waterfall, there's another extra life. But yes, there are 6 honeycomb pieces in this area, and it would be to your advantage, especially if this is your first time playing, to collect them all before continuing. And that's where you will learn about climbing trees. Yes, you had to get somebody to tell you how to climb trees. But here, if you crouch and then attack, you do this beak barge attack. Makes you talk like a beak for a mouth. And you see these little enemies don't really pose much of a challenge. And there are 3 attack moves you get so far. The claw swipe, which you just saw in the roll. And that was the rat-tat-tat, where you jump. And the music kind of goes really screwy here, but yeah. We already got our extra honeycomb. That was pretty fast. But yeah, to climb on trees, you just jump on them. It's not all that challenging. Fairly basic stuff. And no, you do not run faster than this. If you remember, yeah, I try to roll here, but there's a stop right after you finish rolling, so it doesn't actually make it go faster. Now here, he's pointing you in the direction we're supposed to go to next. And if you had accepted the training, he would have said the bridge is out and I'm not repairing it. But for now, we skip the training, or if you had completed the training, he would point you here. And now, here's another cutscene. And welcome back! This is Gruntilda's lair. We're going to be here for the rest of the game. And there are various catacombs to explore, but unfortunately we can't explore too much just yet, because we can't climb up that steep slope. But what we can do is hop up these platforms, and here is our first Jiggy. That is one of the cutest things I've ever heard. I think it's cuter than the Extra Life. But yeah, this dance is the Jiggy dance. It plays every time you collect Jiggy unless you're underwater or in an animal form. So you're going to be seeing that a lot. And on the 10th, Jiggy does a special dance. But we're not going to see that quite yet. And as Bottle's explaining, it's the entrance to the first level, and we need to find a jigsaw picture, which happens to be right there. Yeah, it's right in front of us. And here he goes ahead and explains to us, hey, we found it, and you should stand on it. Just in case you didn't know what to do with it, which is okay, I mean, if it's your first time playing. And basically, in order to open the gates to the worlds, we have to fill in the jigsaw pieces that we get from the various worlds or in Gruntilda's lair. So, yeah, basically, that's what's going on here, and we can just hit A to fill in the picture, and we get this lovely animation, and we see the door to Mumbo's Up Mountain has been opened. And I don't get what Gruntilda's saying, because, yeah, we didn't solve a puzzle or anything. So anyway, that's it. Next video, we're gonna head into Mumbo's Mountain.